scholarships, we just wanted to share a couple of pointers about our experience with Zolve. So I'm a Zolve customer for about 4 months now. I mean, I started using the Zolve credit card and the debit card from the month of January of this year. And the experience has been pretty good, I would say. I mean, initially, when I was signing up, I also asked a few candidates who had signed up in fall 2021, like, how is your experience so far? And based on their recommendations, I also thought, okay, let's give it a try, because I'm in the US for 10 years now. I have multiple other credit cards. But one thing which I saw was pretty good about Zolve's, like there are a couple of things I would say which are pretty good about Zolve, which keeps them stand out, I mean, from the rest of the competitors. The first being, they have this 5% category of selected choice partners. Like you can choose the partners where you want to shop. So from my experience, I don't know of any Indian grocery stores in the US from where you can get 5% cashback for the entire year. It is like, I mean, there might be separate credit cards which give you 5% cashback on groceries for multiple, like for a multiple period, like let's say 3 months or 6 months in the year, but that's about it. But Zolve offers this 5% cashback or throughout the year. Like let's say you want to go to Patel Groceries or Apna Bazaar. I have selected that and that's in my Zolve app for the entire year. So whenever I go to Apna Bazaar, I just use the card, 5% cashback. And many credit cards, what they do is they store the cashback and they give it to you at the end of the cycle. But Zolve credits it to you immediately to your account. So that way, let's say you have shopped for $100. You can pay $95 on your own, and the $5 you can just credit it back to your, from the cashback tab to your checking account, which happens in 5 seconds. They tell it happens in an hour, but I've always seen it happens instantly. And once that's done, I pay it off. That, I mean, that's how I do. I don't like saving money like this cashback for future. I mean, some people like to do, but I always believe in using the money in the present. So I just use that cashback and pay it off instantly. And good thing is that if you're paying off your credit card bills immediately on time, then the chances are your credit score is going to be very high by the time, like it takes about 6 months or so for the credit bureau to get your entire report. So by the time you get your credit score, it's pretty high. And trust me, when you're during your first semester, you might ask your parents to be as guarantors for your housing when you're paying for rent, or the landlord or the broker might ask you to pay a higher security deposit because you don't have a US credit history. But next year, when you're planning to move, or let's say when you get a job, you are moving to another state, you don't have to pay a higher security deposit. And that's when this credit score matters, because all landlords and brokers want to first run your credit score and credit history. They want to make sure that, okay, although you have an income, let's say you get a job at Amazon or Microsoft and you make a lot of money, but they also want to make sure that you are good at spending. I mean, you're good at paying off your bills, like getting a 120,000 job and you have $5,000 in outstanding credit card bills every month. That's not a good sign. So they want to ensure that you are very good at paying credit card bills. So that's why they run your credit history. So keep that in mind. So that's why I would recommend to sign up for the Zolve credit card.